Yo, what's up? This is Vinay from the Better Days Club on Soundcase. Hit my line.
Hey, what's good, Vinay? It's a pleasure to meet you. So, to kick things off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the Better Days Club?
Yeah, so I'm Vinay. I am the CEO and co-founder of the Better Days Club. A lot of people don't know, it's actually Better Days Productions, but we do business as the Better Days Club. And it's been a long journey to get here. I mean, we've done so much, and to see it grow from an idea to an actual physical, not only movement, but a mindset it's been incredible to witness and be a part of with me and my team.
If this was someone's first time hearing about the Better Days Club, how would you describe it, and what inspired its creation?
So let's start by re-engineering your question. I'm gonna start backwards. The creation of Better Days really started out of a need to stop playing life safe. You mentioned previously before we started recording, a lot of us are nervous people. We're shy. We don't really know what our purpose is in life. Me, myself, I always knew that I had a gift of music, and I've always loved, the music scene. I thought I was going to be a huge rapper like Drake, but I was always afraid to share my art. And I knew that there were a lot of people like me out there who had great abilities and gifts and talents when it came to music or anything creative, but didn't necessarily have a platform to showcase to other people, a stepping stone, if you will, to make themselves the type of artist and creative that they wanted to be. If we don't have a huge following a lot of times, or if we're not clouded up, it's kind of hard to get signed by these major and even independent record labels. So what happens to the local unseen and unsigned creative that has that diamond skill, right? So it all started with one event back in March of 2023. It's called the Better Days Experience. And it was bred out of an idea to bring the local artists that I knew at the time together on a stage, all different parts of South Florida, and perform. I was somebody who was doing events with other people at the time, but with the help of one of my business partners, Rain, and the co-founder, we were able to go from that event and then transfer into other aspects of what the Better Days Club is, which is not only just events, but it's content. It's documenting the growth and the movement in the landscape of South Florida. Not only just in South Florida, but, this is where we're from, so it's the heartbeat, right? For anyone who doesn't know what Better Days is, when they hear it, me personally, I want people to think about a mindset. One of our oldest, most impactful catchphrases is better days ahead. We want you to have a better day when you come into our space, right? So you might have been working all day, a lot of pressures at home, societal pressures. But when you come into a Better Days event, we want you to leave feeling like, you know what? I could smile. Like, this was fun. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I am going to go record this song tonight, or maybe I am going to link up with DJ or this producer and make some movement. We stand for connection. We stand for authentic growth, and being your authentic self as an artist. It's definitely something that's not easy, but Better Days is something that stands for the good, the bad, the ugly, the fun, the work for sure, and the consistencies. People who don't know about us, hear about us, I would want them to think of us in that regard.
And how do you see Better Days impacting the community here in South Florida?
So we cultivate connection and we cultivate ideas. I think that that's one of our biggest strong suits at the core of who we are. So just to rephrase it, we can take an idea and we could bring it from the mind to the fruition of like the physical realm. You dig what I'm saying? So to be able to impact the community in the sense of bringing people together and even offering them the opportunity to have a different perspective of how to relish in their creativity, right? That is something that I think I wouldn't trade that for the world. All the experiences, all of the projects that we've done, at the core of it, I'm very proud to say that, people are working together, because that was the initial problem that we were trying to answer for ourselves. It's like, dang, like, we know this artist over there, we know this producer over there. You know, one artist might stay in Deerfield and the other artist might stay in Miramar, but it's all Broward County. And then we might know some female rappers in North Miami, it's all South Florida. And then we know a dope producer out in West Palm Beach, it's all Florida. You know what I mean? Why aren't we talking to each other? To be able to address that problem in one of the first projects that we did, which was a documentary called Through the Web, we addressed that problem. And that was the heartbeat. Before there was the Better Days Club, there was Through the Web, which was identifying that through the 6 degrees of separation, we're never that far off from each other. And we actually have a lot more in common, regardless of our culture, backgrounds, our musical genres, right? So with that Through the Web documentary and collaboration album, we challenged how we can communicate, collaborate, and get a project done in unison with one another, despite being different. And so we brought different rappers, different singers, different producers, all from South Florida together under one roof for a summer. And we filmed the whole process of us creating the album. We did it, man. Like, to me, that single execution of an idea has ricocheted into everything that we're seeing today. And I would never trade that experience for the world. And I've seen, like, the people who started there, and even us, of course, go on to do amazing things. And no matter what happens in this life, we have it on film, right? So that impact is something that people can go watch on YouTube and years down the line see, okay, there's that artist. They were from South Florida. Dang, that's Broward. We were able to capture a moment in time that I believe will stand the test of time. I'm talking about years down the line, because you ask me, South Florida, be one of them ones, you know, and oftentimes we may be getting overshadowed by different regions, but there's so much talent in South Florida. And so I'm proud that we were able to do that, and we continue to do that, not only just through documentaries, but so many other projects that we do.
If someone wants to join, contribute, or collaborate, what's the best way to tap in?
So the easiest way to connect with us in this moment in time is to just reach out, send us a DM, we'll respond. But also, you know, meet us at our events. A lot of times, like, that really is some of the best ways to tap in with us, because that's literally when we want to see the people, we want to see the community. And that's where we're kind of practicing and in practice of creating a space where people can feel safe and know that they can not only share in their art with others, but have the opportunity to connect with the other people in the room. And from there, naturally, relationships just start to cultivate. You might have me in there, and then I see this dope DJ, and I never met him before, but we just have a conversation, and now he's DJing at our events. And like, it's almost like, you know, you're a part of the team for, you know, however long that time may last. There really is no set process as of yet. A lot of people, you know, might ask, how can I be a Better Days member? You know, in due time, you know, hopefully we could answer those questions. But I mean, the best way is the organic and natural vibe. And where we pop up and you meet us in energy, it kind of goes from there.
Thank you for plugging us in with that information, Vinay. And shout out to the Better Days Club. Is there anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out South Florida. I'm going to shout out my team. Shout out Rain. Shout out BH. Shout out Crow. You know, shout out so many people that we've met along the way, and the people that we saw come up before us and do their part in the community as well. Shout out to you as well, Nico, for this interview and the impact that you're making, because you're certainly making impact. And shout out to all of us for waking up to live a better day. You feel me?